Welcome to another edition of the channel's Mailbag. So what is Mailbag? Well, Mailbag is the part of the channel that you guys actually control. It's based on comments, questions, general feedback that you guys leave either on the YouTube channel, the website, or through one of my social media feeds. Mailbag contains what I think the answer is, what I think my view of the comment is, or sometimes, I just throw it out to the wider audience and say, what do you guys think? That's what Mailbag is. So let's get in to the first mailbag of this session. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. And the next one comes from Stu007. And this was in response to Roland D-70 Assessment Restoration Part 1, a video I did in November 2024. And Stu writes, "Thank you very much for this helpful series about revamping the beloved Roland D-70. Just one comment regarding the firmware update. If the D-70 comes with a firmware below 1.14 and then 1.12 is the latest for your D-70 to get, because Roland changed the revision on the motherboard for later units with firmware 1.14 above, and they developed the latest firmware 1.19 for those units only. As far as I know, does your D-70 work properly with firmware 1.19? Okay, the saga will come out in videos to come. The short answer is not correctly. So I found the hardware revision thread after I'd installed the ROM. So the Roland D-70, or my Roland D-70, did appear to be working fine. But as I've started to delve into the finer workings of the machine, I found things don't seem to be working correctly. So I'm actually at the moment looking for a version of 1.12 to retrofit into the synth for future videos. So watch this channel. There are more videos to come on the Roland D-70. Honestly, there are more videos to come. But at this point, no. The short answer is it's not working correctly, as I would expect it to work. And there's a lot of things that. One of the things is restoring via sysx. So when the machine was originally brought back to life, it did a fine. It accepted sysx with no problems. But now it's doing some weird stuff with sysx that I can't really explain, and I don't know why things are happening. The only thing I can put it down to is the fact that I've got 1.19 in there and it's not happy. So I'm going to swap it back to 1.10 and then look for a copy of 1.12. Next question comes from Lee Pride, and this was in response to Korg Kronos 3 new internals, Roland D-70 ribbon cables fragile, a mailbag I did in May 2025. And Lee writes, "I will be getting a new 88 key Kronos 3 and I can't wait." I am slightly jealous because I'm sitting on the fence, but I kind of leaning towards I'd like a new one, even though there's nothing wrong with my old one. I have a Nautilus 88, and even though I got the M1 and Wave Station on it, it wasn't as excited. I wasn't as excited about it. I ended up getting a Korg Gadget 3 for my iPad. It was on sale, so all the other extra major keyboards, the M1, the Wave Station, the Monopoly, the Poly 6, RPower C, and the MS-20. I went on the Korg for an iPad bender, as you say. Everything was $10 off, and I absolutely went nuts. When I bought the M1 and the Wave Station on Gadget, all the extra SIM memory cards came with them too. Well, aside from that, the Gadgets and Electribe Wave are so underrated. There was so many O's after the S on that so, by the way. I don't think I did it justice. I'm more stoked about the new Korg Kronos 3 now more than ever. You either love the Kronos or you'll hate the Kronos. You're either in that camp or not. And if you're in the if you're in the love for Kronos camp, then you're probably eyeing up a Kronos 3 with envy, like I probably am. Many people who've gone and bought the Kronos 3. I have to be honest and say I can't justify a Korg Kronos 3 just yet. It's something I'd love to do, but there are other priorities in my life at the moment. So, but I have a few of the gadgets that are referred to here. But apart from the initial, I've loaded them onto the iPad. I've got to be honest, the reason I haven't gone and bought any more is I just don't really use them. You know, I've got an M1 in the rack. I've got an M1 keyboard. So if I want to use M1 sounds, I tend to switch one of those on. You know, the Kronos kind of does everything, all the sort of MS-20 sounds and the poly sounds because of the engine. You also got all the engines that sit on the Oasis, which is just off camera to the over there. You know, so you know, great. The gadgets are great. The iPad idea is great, but I just don't use it. So therefore, I kind of think, well, I'll actually keep my dollars in my pocket and save for the Kronos 3 instead.